tiny bit. I'm going insane. I thought I was listening to Mario. Dude, you should get some sleep. You should get some sleep. Like you were falling asleep in class. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Crispy? It's not bad. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those sort of things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. It's kind of a rehash of, well, not her saying this last bit, but then suddenly, I'm rambling a bit, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Oh, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. My whole body gets what? Oh, that disappeared. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least you can do is listening. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... Haha, what are you saying? Well, let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. Oh, I was just bathing in the feeling that... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Indirect touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. That's not what she's doing in the picture, officer. I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. Doki doki. It's actually distracting. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Wait, I can tell you what it said if you'd like. Sure, if it's not spoilery. I was like thinking, I'm like, man, as soon as I finish this game, I'm gonna go through like... I'm gonna go on so many rabbit holes after I finish this. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat. Oh my god. Wild. Wild. Thank you for sharing that. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. What is that smirk? It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. I mean, didn't they meet like 2 days ago? Oh, no problem. I think it gives a different flavor to sitting close to her. Yes. Yes, it does. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. But also, like, this sort of shit happened like in the previous run. But also, like, last time with Natsuki, where it's just like, why is the club meeting not starting? Especially when, like, Monica showed up late. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches us under her own thumb. The symbolism of the page fluttering between two thumbs. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright, Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... Am I breathing? Yuri puts her hand to her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Hydrate, everybody. What? This never happened. Oh my god. I mean, why is there no class in high school? I mean, all good questions. All good questions. I mean, it makes sense that they would skip over that in, like, the thing, but... They also don't have homework for any of their other classes. Writing poems is their homework. Writing poems is your thing. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Crispy? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. I'm guessing this happened with Sayori? So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you silly goose. Yuri does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we could start it without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my back. I forgot that I think Sayori ran out the first time. Let's do Natsuki. Why the fuck not?
Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed.
Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time.
Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught to never expect anything from anybody. It's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I ever see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. One of her friends start to like spiders too. That's why I'm not friends with her. doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. I'm gonna tell everyone.
You know, at first I thought that this was about Yuri, and I was gonna say the same thing. But I wonder if this is about Monica instead.
Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Oh, that was me.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not. Anyway, the message is
The message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and makes them happy? I think people really need to learn how to respect others for liking weird things. Such as two of the girls in this very club whom I respectfully won't name. It's kind of ironic that even in my one place of comfort I can't even have people respect me. Jeez, now you're making me complain too much.
What did I do? For what it's worth, I respect you.
Well, I guess thanks. It's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so whatever. We're done sharing, so you can leave now.
Oh, that's a new thing that unlocked, I guess. Now, Monica. Hi again, Crispy. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe so you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. Read my poem to Monica. Alright, great job, Crispy. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know what Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interactions, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm so sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright, thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. But anyway, if you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't. Oh, there's like words missing. Bright, beat, full, colors, flash, exploding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating the dubs with arms, squeaking, screech, and piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a corkboard on a table, like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Endless PM of delete her. Oh, that was in the original one. That was in the first one. That's so fucking weird. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. I think this might have been the first time that I ever fucking saved the game. There's no point in saving. Oh shoot, there's an app playing. Yeah, what could we possibly gain from an explanation? Also, there's ads playing right now. So I'm gonna use this chance. I'm gonna use this chance to take a bit of a break because I've been sitting for 4 hours and 20 minutes. So I encourage y'all to have a water and de-water break. Maybe grab a snack. Go tell your pets that you love them. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit. You get the music.
That's weird.
Hi y'all. I am so sorry. I'm glad you were enjoying the quotes though. We're so back. Oh, denied. Greed pays off. That's what Jeff Bezos says. Said it's true. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. I took a little bit longer than I intended because I only realized this when I was walking back to this room that the dog that we're dog sitting had pissed right outside the door, and I magically somehow did not step on it on the way out. But I couldn't ignore it. Like, I had to like mop that up because it was literally right outside. I have no idea how the hell I didn't step on it. I'm just taking like a piss, and I don't understand. Like, this dog goes out like multiple times. I think he was just mad. That I like, I don't know, I didn't hear him whining or anything, but like, that's deliberate. That's like, and he wanted out. So I don't know if he was just like, yo, you're still awake, like, I want to be hanging out with you. And then I didn't hear him, and then he's just like, well, fuck you. Like, anyway, I had to clean that up. So that's why I took an extra long break. And now I'm getting this smell of like pet cleaner. Is O also an emote? It's not. Maybe I should change it to be like a capital O is the hamster. But I'm glad. Wait, do you see it on your like where you're like watching Twitch from, or is it just like, you know, like how it shows up as like a hamster on the chat here? But anyway, let's get back into it. I only see it in the stream wall. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's, I don't know. I like that stupid hamster. We see it. Okay. I mean, it doesn't, because I think it's a BTTV or 7TV, and people don't have those installed. And then they're like, start typing, and then they're like, what the fuck is this shit? But anyway, we saved our game, which was completely useless. You never know who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. Okay. Sniff. I'm trying not to sniff in my room. I smell nature's miracle. I mean, it works great, but like, I have no problem with the hamster. It just surprises me. Yeah, that's what I'm like. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri, because she just came back and she's the only option. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri searched for the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Crispy, how did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Palms heavy. Palms sweaty, arms spaghetti. That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, Crispy. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. Oh, this is the day where Natsuki was like, sorry, not Natsuki, Sayori was like, oh, like, I'm gonna keep your poem, because you wrote it for me. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Crispy? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now I just want you to read my poem too, okay? Wheel. Oh my god, this is a fucking essay. A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes. That's Evangelion coded as hell. Also, why is there a stain on... Why are there stains? A dock shipped, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope. This is like shit posting at this point. A torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bolthead of holy stakes tied to the existence of a dock ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions, breathing gearbox, breathing bolthead, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood,